Hey y'all, I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing much better, moving around, getting there. Uh, Interesting day today. Kind of laid back. took a took a few naps. It's what you kind of do after that type of stuff. But I'm up, moving around now. Went down to my parents, working on their 55 Chevy. If you have seen the past videos, I've shared a few um, photos of that car that I repainted. There's some touch-up work we still need to do, and a lot of sanding and buffing left to do. It's getting hot in here. Sorry, a little flushed. So I had my fire's cooking pretty good. So I went down there, helped them out, give a few pointers. They're wrapping the car so I can, once I get better, I'm good. Right after holidays, I'm gonna go right into painting and repairing a few spots where the weather got to it. Yeah, my dad and we got talking about this Homelite I'm doing and doing some port work, which it's starting to look pretty good. I started cleaning a little bit. You can see some of it. It's cleaning and shining up everything, and I have decided to go ahead and upgrade with the new piston and rings. I'm gonna go with an upgraded style, the new style. Mr. Billy from Philly convinced me to go ahead and upgrade the piston and rings, which I agree. It's and I've been kind of looking around and doing that sort of thing. Which one's the best? I did email Mr. Tin Man and see what, his input was on it. Because like I said, I'm still a little new to port work. I understand it, and there's still a lot I don't understand and put in consideration as well. But I've been putting a lot of thought and research and running all my numbers in order to get where I want to go with it. I'm not looking to get real crazy with it. So, between my dad, Billy from Philly, and myself, we've kind of been putting ideas together here and see where we want to go with it. My dad has done port work before, I found out, which I kind of knew he did, but I didn't know the extent of what he knew about porting, which happens come to find out quite a bit, and we had a pretty good conversation. And he actually made back in I want to say he said 75. He had a Homelite, not sure which one, and that he made out of an alcohol based saw just for crap and giggles, so to speak. He just made out of fun, and he said if he knew that how big it was going to be, he would have ran with it and could have made it to where it would have ran just fine on alcohol. Which with alcohol, it's kind of up in the air with me. I don't really see it being a quite a production saw type thing, or logging saw, but he says he could do it, or could have done it back then, and he ported a few saws that come to my knowledge now. So I've been picking his brain a little bit, and Yeah, quite interesting. Very interesting. I wish I would have known how much he knew about porting saws. I would have got into porting a long, long time ago, because I've learned everything about saws and small engines from him. He had his own shop um, with my grandfather, and that's all he did was rebuild and build saws, small engines, um, all the way to snowmobiles and lawnmowers, everything. And he played quite a bit around with some saws, which was pretty cool to find out the how in depth he was actually into it. So, but anyway, I'm not getting into that. Um, I was gonna make a part 3 of the polishing part of the porting, and I told him what I was doing with this, and he's right up there with me. Get rid of the right with Billy from Philly. Get rid of the base gasket and upgrade the piston and rings, and you shouldn't have a problem from there. I could run with just the stock piston and rings. I would definitely change the rings from this, because it's got some age to them. So I would definitely change that. But changing the compression would change quite a bit when I remove that base gasket. So, which is a good thing. So it would increase the compression. I don't want to increase it too much. I like to stay in a pretty comfortable range between, minimum, I would say 125 minimum, which is where I started. Was about 110, 115. It was right around there, which isn't too bad. I would like to see it a little bit higher. So by the time I remove the base gasket and this little bit of port work I did to this, we'll reach the compression up quite a bit. It would increase quite a bit. So I was doing a little bit of cleaning with some Scotch-Brite rotary file doomy daggies. I don't know what you want to call them. I call them Scotch-Brite because that's what I'm used to using with my angle grinder. But you also can get them for the rotary files. I thought these are just the round ones, which I needed cone ones to get into the smaller areas where I took out that material, get in those round parts of the transfers. I thought I had some, but apparently I don't. So I have to get some. That's why I haven't made the video on polishing. I do have just the cotton or wool rotary file buffing stuff for that. I also have some flappers, little flapper wheels, and also the round buffing wheels, which are a little softer, cushioning balls there. But I need cone, which apparently I don't have anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. So I decided to get, because I keep looking at this 1010, the automatic that I have here. I've been looking at that, and I've if you've seen in my past video, I was having a problem with the gas cap. It leaks everywhere. Now I finally found out why and how to get this brass plug that was in here. Okay, this is a little check valve. Okay, it's supposed to be one way. This way the fuel doesn't come out of this hole, out of the little breather hole, which is right in the corner. Okay. This is a one-way valve, so air goes in. Or, yes, gas don't come out, but the fumes are supposed to come out as it's working, but not the gas. So, this little check valve, I'm not sure exactly what goes in there, but I did manage to get the little brass plug out of the hole. Now the passage is obviously cleared up. I blew some air in it, and obviously the gas comes out of it. So I managed, this just pulls out. It's just pressed into the plastic. And then underneath of it, I found a little tiny spring here. It's a cone-shaped spring, which is pretty hard to see. And then there was a bunch of gunk and buildup that was in there. Now, I don't know exactly what went into the brass plug and against the spring. It has to be something light for it to move up and down, and something enough like rubber of some sort to plug that hole as well. So I can salvage this, and I do have to make a new gasket ring here, because the cork one, I don't suggest going with cork, because cork tends to expand when the gasket's on there, and it tends to soften, so I end up ripping that and tearing shreds into it. So I have to make a new one, probably not out of cork material. So I need to know what exactly was in these gas caps. I have no idea, but I did manage to take it apart and find out what exactly was wrong. So if anyone has any idea, I would much appreciate the info if you know what goes into it. Actually, you know what I could do? I have my Pro Mac 1010. I can grab that real quick, and that should tell me. I should be able to pull that plug out and should see what's in there. So let me go grab that real quick. And while I'm at it, I might as well make the new gasket for that, because I put cork in that too. Although I'm not having any issues with it, probably a good thing I do before I do have issues. Blow that off real quick. You know what? I wonder why this one doesn't leak. Look at that. There is no brass plug in there. It fell apart too. Well, poop. I don't know what to do now. I picked out a piece out of the fuel tank. I have no, oh, there it is. Excuse me. Now I picked this out of the fuel tank of this 1010 automatic. And this has it has a keeper on there, and it had this brass plug on here as well. Now it looks like it has some either a plastic or rubber at the end here. I'll get my pick. and it just falls apart. Looks like it was just like a plastic peg of some sort in there. So truly, I have no idea what went in this thing. Yeah, it was just some kind of plastic, rubber. It could have been either or. Hard to tell because if it was plastic, it was definitely deteriorating. And if it was rubber, it was definitely rotted enough to where it was hard. And that just has a hole in it. But it does fit in the hole of the fuel cap. Which I don't have a problem replacing that. That way you don't lose your gas cap. But like I said before, I have no idea what went in this thing. I don't know if it was a ball or some kind of material. Somehow plugged up. Plug that hole, but yet enough to release the pressure with this spring. I have no idea. I don't know if I have to do some research or what. Oh, I do have some good news. I did manage to find this color for powder coat. At least I do believe so. I have this other company I went through. They have a color. It's called Bay Blue Metallic, which when I blow up the picture looks almost exactly like this. I'm actually pretty excited about it, so I'm gonna order a little 2-ounce test bottle, and go ahead when that comes in. I'll spray a test panel and test it out. See if how well that matches. I like to test it out rather than getting a swatch that's already been made. Simply because obviously every powder gun is going to act differently and spray differently, just like any paint gun. So that's a good thing. To test it myself. Guess something on me. So anyway, that's where I want to go with that. I may have found the color, which is good. I'm also been thinking, once I get this cleaned up, obviously I have a whole lot of sawdust and bar oil to get out of here, but clean up that one area, or scrape this away. Now this here, yeah, it's on the other side. In this little tiny hole. Okay, there it is. There's that one. So, I have this tag. There it is. Different. Just cleaned out. I just vacuumed up my floor, too. Oh, well. Alright. So, I have this tag in the back. I would love to remove this. Just simply so I don't ruin it when it goes into the oven, right? So it's rivets that are on here. I don't have a problem replacing the rivets. I probably won't be able to find that exact rivet, but I do have a rivet gun here. Actually, there probably wouldn't be too. The only downside of it is the bottom rivet is in this bottom hole here, right in there. I don't have a problem replacing these kind of rivets. It's just all you do is all you really do is hammer the one side flat while you have a keeper here, a round one, because these are round rivets, rounded heads. You just put a rounded keeper on it, and you just hold that there and you tap in the other side, and that'll anchor it in. And you flatten that part out. So that's the downside of it. How to put it back on with the location that it is in. Need to get this switch out. I gotta get the recoil out, pull cord out, and definitely gotta get this all cleaned up and then blasted. Probably, I don't know if I'm gonna need new bushings for this recoil, but we'll see. But yes, that's the only down thing I see from this so far. So, with that said, well, just want to kind of throw things out there. So, if anyone knows anything of what's supposed to go in these little brass plugs for the 1010s, there's other saws that have this same fuel cap. I don't remember them offhand, but there's supposed to be something in these, and I would like to know what it is. That way the gas don't keep coming out. And it's very interesting why this one don't leak on my Pro Mac. And clear passage. Both ways too. Huh. Curious. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe there's something with when they if somebody removed the brass plug and the keeper in there, that's going to leak or not. I have no idea. Well, I like to throw it on there. Let's see if it still leaks. Oh yeah, it leaks. So that's, I wonder why I don't leak out of my Pro Mac. That's pretty wild, huh? Not sure. So if anyone has any information about that, because I can't find these caps on nowhere. You can't find them. No one has them. Not even eBay. So if anyone has any information, know how to rebuild, or if they have a rebuild kit, please let me know. I'm much appreciated. Other than that, that's my night. I'm just gonna kind of clean a little bit and order some stuff, order some supplies for powder coating and something else. I don't remember. But I'll remember. So, y'all please be safe, be kind, and please spread the love. I will see you all in the next video.